Welcome back to Engineering with Evans. In this video, I will show you the workflow for turning a 3D model design on TinkerCAD into a 3D printed product. Okay, so on TinkerCAD, I have designed my phone stand. This is my sanity check. So I just put in a rectangular prism the size of my phone, and I see that my phone stand is adequately sized. It might lean back a little bit, so I think in another prototype I'd add a little brace here. But for now, this will do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete my phone. So I'm just left with my phone stand. And now I need to actually manufacture this. Okay, first thing I do before really working on a project is change my name of the file. So I do last name, first initial, and then something descriptive. So this is Evans C, phone stand proto 1. And I want to do that before I export, just to make sure that my file type is something I can recognize and find in my computer system. So I'm going to export. And because we're 3D printing, we're going to choose one of these. I prefer STL, so we're exporting as an STL file. And then that will pop up down here in my downloads window. In order to actually print this, we need to slice the file. So a 3D printer works by laying down layer by layer from the bottom up. And so there are softwares called slicers that take an STL file and turn it into G code or instructions that a 3D printer can follow. So this is Ultimaker Cura, the slicer software that we use in the engineering lab at McClymonds. And so we're going to import the downloaded STL file. So here is Evans C phone stand proto 1. And I can see it pops up nicely. All my dimensions worked out just fine. And I can see my file. Okay, I can rotate around, check things. In the slicer software, you can actually change different orientations. So you can rotate, reposition, or otherwise duplicate or change your shape. I did all those checks in TinkerCAD. So I'm ready to slice. So I hit slice. And this is telling me that this project will take 5 hours and 4 minutes to print. That's not too surprising because it's rather tall. If I were to turn it on its side or make a shorter design, it would take less time to print. I'm going to preview though so we can see. And if you look carefully, okay, we can see all the layers. So if I go all the way down to the bottom, the 3D printer will start by laying down this first layer and then go up layer by layer, just like this, until this whole thing is printed out. Okay, so the slicer software is pretty cool. It turns your STL into the instructions for the 3D printer, and you can preview and modify your slicing until you get a adequate print job. You'll notice the little rim that it does around the base just to make sure the first layer adheres. Okay, but this is the workflow for turning a design on TinkerCAD into something ready to print. So once I have my file sliced, I would just save this sliced file, put it on an SD card, and then put that SD card into the printer, and we are ready to print.